Welcome again. I'm Dr. Christopher Witt, Director of the Physical Therapist Assistant Program at the Las Vegas and Carrington College, and I'd like to welcome you to the inaugural class. And the first fully accredited class. This afternoon, the faculty and staff and I welcome you to the Spring 2012 commencement ceremony for the graduates of the Physical Therapist Assistant Associate of Science degree program. It is a privilege for all of us to share in this celebration for our graduates, their families, and their friends. At this time, to give our commencement speech, I would like to introduce Dr. Sue Sherman from the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. Dr. Sue is a friend to all of the therapists here in Las Vegas. She's the past president of the Nevada Physical Therapist Association. She's published many articles. She was instrumental in helping this program get started, and we're forever grateful. Dr. Sue Sherman.
Greetings to the graduating Physical Therapist Assistant class of 2012, family and friends, and the faculty of the Physical Therapist Assistant program here at Carrington College, as well as other faculty members at Carrington College. It is an honor to have been invited to give your commencement speech today. I truly am very honored. I have just been so excited about the program and its development, and seeing you folks be the first graduating class, it just is truly an honor to be here. We also heard that you received your full accreditation, and we want to say how proud we are of that and how impressed we are with your faculty, for we know how much work it is to prepare for that. We also know that the expectations of the first graduating class are very high when it comes to accreditation. So thank you for all of your hard work as well. Graduation signifies the end of your formal learning up to this point. And I'd like to tease you a moment and ask you to celebrate the knowledge that you have at this time, because it's going to start going away. What I mean by that is you now have the broadest entry-level knowledge of a physical therapist assistant that you can possess. But now you're going to take a position in some particular setting of physical therapy, and you will continue to gain knowledge and experience in that area and become the most knowledgeable person in that area. But it does mean a few of the other areas in which you now have tremendous knowledge will unfortunately go away just a little bit. So celebrate this moment when you are so incredibly knowledgeable, because it will go away. Secondly, I'd like to say that I think it's the beginning of your personal and professional education in that particular setting that you choose. I know your faculty members pretty well, so I have to believe that you have heard a lot about lifelong learning. Would I be correct? The practice of physical therapy has happily continued to grow and continue to develop. And there's so much new evidence for information on the interventions and the care that we provide for our patients now. New information every day. The only way we can hope to keep up with that, again, not too broadly, but in our specific setting, is to, again, be committed to lifelong learning. So I hope that you folks will, and I'm sure that you will. Secondly, now they've decided that's not good enough just to have a commitment to lifelong learning. Now we need to guarantee that we have maintenance of competence in our particular area of practice. We're going to be having to do that for our licensure boards as well as our accreditation agencies as time goes along. But I think many of you have worked in settings where maybe one or two of your fellow employees were just coasting and maybe weren't advancing themselves in any regard. You know, those folks are out there. And that's just something we can't afford to do in physical therapy because of the depth of new knowledge that comes available every day. So I hope you folks will also work on maintenance of competence, keeping up, because it is easy to fall into a rut, but it's exciting to know that you're providing the best care evidence can provide. A thoughtful practitioner will also be the most successful practitioner. It's not enough just to go in and just say, okay, I'm just going to do my work today, but to think about how we're doing it, why we're doing it, how we might do it better. So those are things that we always like to think about. one of the things physical therapy gives back to us is you folks can practice in any setting you wish to now. Isn't that a gift? So you can choose your setting, and there's plenty of room for us now in the profession. We're so lucky. Since, let's see, 8.2% of us in the nation and 11-point-some% of us here in Las Vegas don't have jobs. So we are grateful for this opportunity. Another thing it allows us to do is to never get bored. So I've had the privilege, and you will too, of working in acute care, and then hand care, and then education, and then women's health care, and then geriatrics, and then long-term care, and then home health care, because possibly like you, I get bored easily. And I practice in a setting for 3 or 4 or 5 years, and I'm going, there must be something else out there. So we go out, we get the education we need, and we branch out. And it's such a privilege. You will be able to do the same thing, and it's so exciting. It's one of the things that makes our profession so great. Another thing I hope to encourage you, and I know you will do this as you seek employment, try to seek employment in a place where you can find a collaborative team to work together. The physical therapist assistant is such an important member of the rehab team, and find a place where you're respected, where your knowledge and your expertise are respected, and your growing experience will be respected. Hopefully find a place where they value continuing education and may even help financially support it. That will be a gift too. As you practice and become more expert, you will begin to think about recognition for that expertise. You always have internal recognition. You know that you're growing and developing as a professional, but maybe you decide you'd like to seek some external recognition. You all know about the Certificate of Recognition of Advanced Proficiency for the Physical Therapist Assistant that is granted by the APTA after you earn it. So that's an opportunity that can help result in promotion and improve salaries in your work position, and recognition by outside individuals of your proficiency in your area of expertise. So it really is a great certificate. Next, of course, we always like to talk about service. We should do a little service. May I ask you, the class of 2012, to reflect on your clinical affiliations for a moment. So would you suggest that some of those clinical affiliations were absolutely wonderful? Maybe yes, maybe no. And some of them were okay. And maybe a couple of them were not as great as you would hope that they might be. I would like to suggest to you that all of those situations have created in you, I hope, a desire to be a clinical instructor one day. And we can become clinical instructors through our accrediting agency after a year of practice in a particular setting. And that you will hope to be the best clinical instructor that you can be, because maybe you've seen the best, or maybe you've seen medium, or maybe you've seen someone who wasn't doing the best they could for you as a student.